We got Amy Sutherland on our phone lines.
She's a tough cookie, this one.
Oh, absolutely. She wrote a book.
Look out, guys. Look out, guys.
She wrote a book that piqued our interest, How to Train Men.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk to Amy Sutherland. Amy.
Hi.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
The name of the book, once again?
Is What Shamu Taught Me About Life, Love, and Marriage.
Shamu, now, of course, you mean the killer whale.
That's right.
Down there at SeaWorld.
That's right.
Well, it's you're a tough cookie, Amy. What's going on with this book? Seems like you're really taking men to task.
Well, you know, the thing is that I wish I was a tough cookie. I've always tried to be a tough cookie, but in fact, if I was using, you know, the way the trainers work now are all with rewards, and you know, they're fuzzy and warm and nice. To the old school trainers.
Sure.
And I'm a new school trainer. So.
Ugh. That's hilarious. It's again automatically. I'm gonna tell you what the flaw is in thinking. You don't want to be the controller. That's the thing. Women don't want to win. You want a winner. You don't want to rule the nest. That's why you've never met a happy woman boss, because you don't want to be there. You're angry about being a boss. You want a boss. You want your man to be the leader. Do you understand? This is why it's already flawed on a prehistoric level. Why would you don't want to run your husband? Do you know why running your husband is not sexy? Because you don't want to be there doing it. That's why it never works for a woman to run things, because you don't want to. You look at your husband like, ugh, look at this bum letting me run his life. Phooey, you just have a loser for a man.
Well, but see, that's the thing, is that this isn't about controlling. This isn't about...
No? Oh, yeah, okay, animal training, but you go ahead.
No, you're doing an animal training thing. It says reward behavior you want, ignore the behavior you don't want.
I want to hear how this works. Though.
Yeah.
I really...
Well, but that means, I mean, the first thing you should know is that the way this works, the way trainers work now, is they don't use punishment. They only use it, say, if the Shamu is attacking. Actually, they don't even use it in that case either. But so what you do is lay off the punishment, which means that you lay off things like nagging. So,
but that's not your. See, you gotta understand. Nagging is what you do, right?
Yeah, but nagging doesn't work.
But see, you're being, and I'm not angry. I'm like, this is passionate things for me. I love talking about this stuff, but immediately it's a man's fault for letting you think that your nagging would bother him. I dismiss my woman when she nags. Dismiss her, because the only power she has in her nagging is the power I give her. It means nothing. Even her jealousy means nothing unless I tell it to mean something. If she's jealous, I let her know that the reason that it's working, her jealousy is working, is because I'm allowing it to work. Is that the fact that I'm giving it some validation because I love her, and I go, look, I'll let you be jealous. I'll explain who this girl was. I'll explain what I was doing last night. But if all I have to do is go, shut up, what are you gonna do ultimately? See, ultimately, I can sock you through a wall. Ultimately, you can't do nothing.
See, you're actually doing animal training.
Yes. Of course, because I'm the one that should be training you.
Yeah, I mean, you know how it works.
It's like the tuna is running the ocean. Tunas don't want to run the ocean. Sharks run the ocean. That's how the ecosystem works.
Bravo to Patrice. Yeah, we should be doing the training, you shouldn't be training us.
Well, but that's what it's already going on. I mean, people are out there training each other.
You got a boyfriend?
People are better than others at it.
You got a boyfriend?
Pardon me? I have a husband.
You got to talk sexy, baby.
Where is this guy? Is he on your book tour with you?
Am I what? Is he what? I'm sorry, I didn't understand you. What?
Go ahead.
Where's the guy?
He's out walking the dog.
No.
So what are you suggesting with this book? Why don't you give us a few examples?
Well, basically what he was just talking about is that if there's a behavior you don't want, one of the best things you can do is ignore it, which is how, exotic animal trainers work. If they don't want the animal to do something that it's doing, then they don't reinforce it in any way, which is what you were saying.
But Miss, let me ask you,
and it's not happening.
Miss, respectfully, let me ask you, don't you think, like, let's say you're in a relationship and you find that it's not going the way you want it to, and you want to train a person, I mean, don't you feel that if the training isn't going where it should be, isn't that not going to, like, ultimately not reinforce something because of what was once said but not yesterday? Like, you understand?
I'm not sure I totally understand, but I think what you're saying is that timing's important.
No, that's not at all.
Listen, yeah.
What I'm saying is, in the relationship, if you're attempting to train somebody, is it possible that the training would be dragged out the wrong way, and all of a sudden they're going, well, if I'm going to be trained, well, then who's not to train me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the thing is that, you know, I mean, what I wrote about can really, it's not gender specific.
Right, but that's missing my point completely.
Yeah.
That's missing because I'm saying it is gender specific. Do you feel that to train somebody, it should be a reverse situation as well?
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's where we disagree.
But the thing is that, see, you're thinking of training is just that it decides who's in control.
But that's not what was said, though, because that's not what we're trying to make the point. It's about gender specificness.
It's about just about communicating. Well, you know, you're talking about your idea of training. What I wrote about is how you can use your behavior to communicate what you want.
Yeah, but Patrice, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You talk. I didn't mean to. I apologize.
It's essentially how using the ideas exotic animal trainers use to get animals to teach animals what they want them to do without using any kind of language, any kind of English. This is use these sort of ideas to sort of teach each other with our behavior what we like and what we don't like.
You filthy slob.
What?
What?
So the book is titled "What Bob Kelly Taught Me About Life, Love, and Marriage."
Patrice was raising some good issues, though, Miss, about the training. I mean, do you agree or disagree? Because Patrice is.
But the control thing, though, Miss, you are trying to control, though. That's the thing. If you're trying to train something, you're trying to control. You're not trying to train a guy for equalness or happiness. You're trying to train him for your happiness.
But see, that's all old school kind of training.
Right.
That's not the way trainers work now.
But if you train a dog, you're not training a dog to be your best buddy and on an equal level. You're training him to do what you need him to do when you need him to do it. That's what training is.
Yeah, but I mean, when you communicate to somebody what you would like them to do, is that taking control of them?
Yeah, if communication is not enough where you go, hey, can you do this? And he goes, yes. Then training is when you say, can you do this? And they go, no. And then you have to figure out ways to get them to say yes and make your life better.
So basically you're saying people should never change each other's behavior ever.
No, this should be a leader of the relationship.
Yeah, or just get a divorce and find a new one. That might be more compatible.
The way in your world, the leader says what goes, and that's
absolutely. That's what happens in the army. Do the soldiers tell the general what they think? No, they just do it, and that's what makes the army or the navy or the marines what it is because there's a leader of the situation.
Or the Air Force.
Or the Air Force.
Well, I mean, I don't know. We're talking two parallel universes. I mean,
not really. Relationships are the same thing as the Army and the Navy. It's just like attention. Somebody has a actual place where they want you to be. That's the thing. See, okay. There's a goal to what you're trying to do, and what's that goal?
The goal is to communicate what you want to somebody.
Yeah.
So that you get along better.
So that you're happier, correct?
Right, so that you're not yelling and nagging and, scrapping and fighting, and that's what a lot of couples end up doing.
But it trickles...
It doesn't matter who's in charge. If people aren't unhappy,
It does matter who's in charge, so why isn't your husband in charge? You're in charge of him.
No, I would disagree.
So what are you, equal?
You've trained him, though.
Yeah, he's trained.
By you training him...
the thing is that what I'm trying to say is that I haven't trained him, and I haven't taken control of my marriage. All I'm doing is using these ideas to communicate to my husband what I would like him to do. Whether he does it or not is ultimately his decision.
No, it's not.
Can I ask a question, please? Because there's something I want to take issue with you. Maybe you're saying you're not trying to, but it says One of your lessons, keep your cool. Don't take an animal's actions personally, not even when the animal has left his smelly bike clothes on the bathroom floor or snapped at you for nagging to get a hearing test. I mean, don't you think that, like, with talk like that, when you're discussing training, that it's always going to come back to not necessarily bite the trainer, but also it just kind of, it circles everybody, whether you train them or if it's not going to happen.
Yep.
I didn't follow that.
Right, no, of course not, because it's hurting your point. If I'm saying is, don't you feel that if you're going to train somebody, that it's going to come full circle and not always bite the person being trained, but also anybody who else is involved because of that?
And how so? How does
Right,
it
exactly.
bite the person?
That's what I'm trying to say.
How does it bite the person?
Because that's not what we're doing here.
Yeah, there were things going on. You got issues, sweetheart.
See, the thing is that, you know, we're going to, as long as you see this only as who's in control, we have nothing to talk about.
Ooh, nobody to scream at me.
Yes. Are you suggesting we raise a generation of super husbands?
You know, I really have nothing to say about whether husbands are in charge or not, because that's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
See, but here's the bottom line. If you are suggesting, and you have a book on how to train your husband.
It's not a book about how to train husbands.
Oh, what is it
It's
then?
a book about how to communicate what you want to all the people in your life using these ideas that I found.
Opie, what's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just about husbands to begin with. And, you know, it's not what you guys are saying it is. You're just reading the title and deciding what you think the book's about.
Well, we're going by the synopsis too, like what Shamu taught me. It's like a title does tell you what the book's about. That's why we have titles.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it just to be book number 15721. The title has to tell you what it's about. Like, I had a girlfriend one time, and, you know, she wasn't as pretty as she thought. She was kind of a thin-haired girl with, you know, kind of chiclet teeth and big gums, aggravating, and was always trying to boss me around. And I finally had to go, you know what? What the hey?
So would you rather be bossed around, or would you like to have somebody be, you know, say thank you and smile at you when you did things they liked?
I would like it to be a partnership with my girlfriend, because she was always a good dresser. She'd have sweaters and little red shirts and just massive gums and little teeny teeth. Ah! What's the matter?
I just saw a picture of Amy.
Whoa. Comment. That was
My fever's back. Feeling hot.
I don't think that's necessary. I apologize for that. I think we should. There's this, you know, Amy. Look.
Hang the phone up, you skank.
No, well, listen, we don't need that.
Oh, dice.
What I want to do is discuss the issue.
Oh,
Hello?
I just heard a click. oh, Jesus.
Hello? Amy?
Oh, you won't be,
Hello?
you won't see her, no more.
I'm trying to hang up.
You won't see her no more.
Oh, yeah, it stopped her.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, well. Will she come back on?
Now what?
Can we get her back on if we say we're sorry? Let's say we're sorry. What's wrong, E-Rock? What's wrong?
E-Rock, comment?
E-Rock?
Is it a bit awkward? Patrice? You're at a loss for words? That's what it takes?
That was just uncomfortable. Oh my God. Oh, boy.
All right.
Is that the new iPhone?
Oh, yeah.
The new one?
No, it's the old one. I didn't get the new one. I did the update, you know, the 2.0.
That's terrific.
And it gives me everything except the GPS, and I know where the hell I am, so why do I need that?
Sure.
Opie and Anthony.
We're retarded. The finish line today. Opie and Anthony, Patrice O'Neill, Jim Norton, of course. Jimmy and Patrice both playing the Virus Show, August 2nd, PNC Bank Arts Center, Homedale, New Jersey. Getting very excited now that we're, I think, 10 days out. My God, it's here.
I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm glad we got Babiglia, Geraldo on, as well as, of course, the great Otto and George and Boss and Bobby Kelly, me and Patricky, and a special guest.
And giving away a car. Details on onaradio.com.
My idea was still the best, and nobody liked it.
Yeah.
About giving the car away.
What's that?
You set it on fire, and then you have somebody just drive it off the stage, and it just collapses into the front row.
I can't stop thinking of that.
It would be such a non-climax because it wouldn't jump anything.
No. Slowly falling off the stage in the front, and still, the wheels whining, and just people pinned under the front bumper.
Yeah, to their legs getting
screaming, burned.
We're all laughing.
Fantastic.
Patrice, you looking forward to the show this year? This is the third year for you, man.
I can't wait.
All right. That was exciting. Danny's got an email from Amy. Who was Amy again?
She wrote a book.
The author.
Yeah, Danny.
What's up, Danny? You got a fine little email from Amy? You set up that interview?
I'm sorry?
You set that up?
Yeah.
Good job.
Nice.
Excellent.
Record time from hang up to email, I think, is a brand new record. I'd like to read this for you if you'd like.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Email reads, hey.
Did it say thanks for the interview? Sorry.
Yeah, thanks for the airtime.
No.
Oh,
no, it says,
ungrateful.
Hey, next time you want a punching bag for your program, call another author.
Why? She was a great one.
Yeah, she was the Chuck Webner of authors. Why would you want to fight someone else when you could fight Chuck Webner?
It continues.
Go ahead, sorry.
I made a big mistake trusting that this was a legit interview.
Yes, you did. Okay, go ahead.
Not one where someone would make fun of what I look like and call me a skank.
How about you Google? Do a little Googling.
Well, see, the genius of me is that I never actually told her what show it was. So I wouldn't have the opportunity.
Yeah.
Nice.
Blah, 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 blah. Not someone who would make fun of what I look like and call me a skank. That was by far the worst treatment I've ever gotten.
Hey, congratulations, guys.
Wow.
hope so.
On this show.
You imagine if this was like the third or fourth worst?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'd have to try harder,
She had emailed me some press materials last night and also had asked if I could get back to her, letting her know who she'd be speaking with, and I subsequently just forgot to write back. So,
Can we go back to that moment? You got it, E-Rock? All right, we're going to go back to that moment in a second here.
I did respond, and I told her that
we should get her back on the phone so we can apologize.
Tell her you should tell her the guy that did that was asked to leave the
I did.
studio.
I let her know that we had a comic guest who was, trying a little too hard for shock value, and we would like to handle this appropriately.
Mm-hmm. And?
What happened, Danny?
And
What'd she
hopefully
say?
she'll call the hotline.
I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah.
We got it, E-Rock? Yeah. All right, here's the moment. Amy, who wrote that relationship book that really frustrated Patrice, for sure. It was dumb, right?
He just smashed her. He just schooled her.
So would you rather be bossed around, or would you like to have somebody be, say thank you and smile at you when you did things they liked?
I would like it to be a partnership with my girlfriend because she was always a good dresser. She'd have sweaters and little red shirts and just massive gums and little teeny teeth. Ah! What's the matter?
I just saw a picture of Amy.
Whoa. Comment? I don't think that's necessary. I apologize for that. I think we should. There's this, Amy, look.
Hang the phone up, you skank.
No, listen. Listen, we don't need that.
Oh, guys.
What I want to do is discuss the... Hello?
I just heard it, and there was the click. Oh, Jesus.
Hello? Nice, Amy?
Oh, you won't be,
Hello?
You won't see her no more.
We're back live. The beauty of that audio, by the way, Jimmy was describing not his ex-girlfriend. He was describing Amy.
Yeah, there's a picture of her up.
Yeah, there was a picture of her up, and Jimmy was describing what she looked like to her.
She's a gummy bitch.
But she had no idea.
Nice gums, stupid. God, those
The
big...
gums actually look like gum. It looks like she had taken Hubba Bubba and fashioned gums from them.
I actually want to put a K-Rock sign on those gums. Have them stand on the turnpike. Yes, nice gums, hole.
Gums look like gum. Oh, that poor man she's with.
Well, hopefully she'll call back and we'll apologize.
Yes. Is this the thin-lipped, gummy woman? She's just chock full of gums. Lonely man seeks woman with large protruding gums for emasculation.
With that nice, easy-to-care-for hairdo.
Yeah.
For emasculation. If you like pina colada.
Yeah. She has hair like Sandy Duncan and just that stupid, there's no place on her face without a few crow's feet.
Oh, those crow's feet.
Crow's feet, crow's knees.
It's a flock of crow's feet.
Crow's been dumping.
Just crow's legs.
I believe it's called a murder. A murder of crows.
Her face is a crow's shoe store.
Like the crows were just stomping all over her face.
A little crow podiatry shop. All over her face.
You're not supposed to have crow feet on your cheeks.
She has them on her cheeks. She has them by her
everywhere.
eyes, under her eyes, on her forehead.
The crow podiatrist.
Oh, yeah. She's just crowy.
She really is crow. There's no... I could see if she was... like model pretty to be writing a book like this, but when you look like that, just...
but model pretty wouldn't even need to even discuss that book.
Right, she should be thankful for whatever she's got.
She looks like she has dry gums. Like when her lip goes over her gum, it goes...
It's
like
thick.
Yeah, because there's no saliva.
Yeah, only a woman that looks like that could think about writing that book.
She's smiling, and look how dry those gums are. That's why she saw Shamu, so he would splash water onto her gums. She sat in the front row and just left her gums there for Shamu to splash.
She won in high school. She was voted girl most likely to have rainbow gums. How many colors are her gums?
Because they're so dry.
They're like light pink with they're dark, and there's a streak across them like Saturn.
She's the only one that needs chapstick for her gums.
It looks like put in Halloween teeth. Like.
All right, she should be calling any moment. So, right, Danny? Any moment?
Oh, God.
Put in Halloween.
We're men here. We'll apologize.
Oh, she's hiding the fangs. Yeah. Gummy whore with a rotten little zit by her her little puppet lines in her face.
That is absolutely. Is that what did Patrice mention? Alien? Does she looks like those should just come out of her mouth.
The little mouth, the little alien.
Those are the little teeth that should come out and bite your heart out.
Oh, the little alien teeth that come out the big mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That poor woman. I feel bad.
I don't.
Poor woman.
I don't. Please, no one said
given her enough.
She should frown in that picture. You don't show gums like that and write a book doing anything but apologizing.
Wow.
Get a husband on the phone. Does he have his own cell phone?
Oh,
Probably
poor
a dentist.
bastard.
He's an oral surgeon. He looked at her like she's his thesis. If I can shrink this woman's gums, they'll put me in head of the department.
Sam. I'll listen to a Quincy.
Sam, her gums were pulled down like a window shade.
Oh my God.
Oh, that red shirt and that horrible sky blue and orange sweater. Oh, she's
looks like she's wearing a Christmas sweater.
It's just horrendous. There's a picture of her with her two dogs.
Big earrings.
Oh, she bugs me.
She's holding a dog.
I don't feel bad just because of the type of book she wrote. I mean, you know what I mean? That's the problem. The fact that she has hair like Kelly from the Bad News Bears. She should be smoking and belting a double off the wall.
or Jodie Foster from Taxi Driver, or Sugar from No Country for Old Men. Fix those gums, friendo.
She's got like little buck teeth in her smile.
Yeah, even when she's smiling and she's trying to hide the gums, she gets this buck tooth thing going.
Oh, her completely awful sweater and wrinkled shirt collar. She really bothers me. Those dumb. Look at the look on the dog's face. They just hate her. I bet that she has dogs they lick her gums. She puts peanut butter on her gums, and the dog's
one dog's going this way, the other one's going that way.
Exactly.
She's like, I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, she's got to moisturize her gums with dog saliva.
She's very religious. There's a thing called footprints. There was times where I saw only one set of prints on your gums.
Oh, my God.
Why, crows, did you abandon me?
I guarantee this will make at least 20,000 more people buy her book just to read it.
Of course.
Trash her.
Just to see a picture in the...
we got audio of her on YouTube. Should we...
what is she doing here?
Get some of this audio,
she's
maybe?
got the sweater vest. Oh, she's terrible.
She looks a little younger. She looks a little... Her hair is a little longer.
Wearing Ellen's clothes. She's
Very manly clothing. And
Billie Jean Hathaway.
Miss Hathaway.
Yeah.
I want you to go down to the Clampets. Well, I don't know, Chief. That dyke. Oh, my God, was she a dyke?
It's Martina Natural to Hathaway.
Wow.
She's
that wet hair.
We got time to do one more thing. We could either do the top 10 artists who aren't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, something we talk about from time to time.
Interesting.
Or we got a P. Diddy video blog where he's getting deep.
Now to spend 20 more minutes on her gums.
Yeah.
All I want to do is look at footage of her and be happy that we humiliated her. She's still talking about it right now. I can't believe it.
She knows it's true. That's the problem. That's why it hurts so
I
much.
should have a Bazooka Joe comic wrapped around them.
Oh, Jesus.
Every time she smiles and 10 baseball cards fall out from under her lip. Remember that?
I want to press her gums on the Sunday paper.
Old silly putty gums.
Right.
Look, she's got Marmaduke on her gums, mother.
You could stretch it and pull it.
Yeah, look.
Baseball cards.
Let's read the Kathy cartoon off her.
Oh.
I have the Longhorns on my gums.
Oh, my God.
She is terrible.
Oh, that lady. Leave that lady alone. Oh, my God.
Let's go to Matt in his truck. Matt, what's up?
I just had a comment about that lady trainer.
Amy?
I thought that it's the lady trainer.
Yeah.
Shamu trainer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it sounded like a pretty good idea to me. The way I took it, it meant, when I do the dishes, I get a blowjob. But when I come home from the strip club at 3 o'clock in the morning stinking, my wife just shuts the hell up and doesn't say anything about it.
And you're proud of this?
Well, no, I think that her technique sounds beneficial, let's say.
Really reward you with a twat? All right, good to know.
All right, Matt, thank you. I don't know if this would be of interest to anyone, but there was another guy that interviewed Amy, and he did it differently. He didn't challenge her on anything. This is Brian Lehrer from WNYC. You want to take a listen here? See how much different it is? Brian Lehrer.
I mean, people were always asked if I was surprised at how well that Colin did, how popular it became. And the thing is yes, I was surprised, but the original surprise was that the book about the animal training school, the previous book, would have such a personal effect on me. I mean, I'm a journalist. I just went to...
You're not an animal trainer.
Right. And I went to just hang out with this great subject of this top school for exotic animal trainers, and I left a year later personally transformed by that experience.
So, remind our listeners, or for those who haven't read...
Why is Rich Voss interviewing?
That is exactly what it sounds like.
Holy Jesus, I thought it was Voss. I'm like, what? How did Voss cross paths with this one?
Experience.
So, remind our listeners, or for those who haven't read your article, how did you first apply animal training techniques to your marriage?
Well, so I was following students at the top school for exotic animal trainers for my previous book, Kicked, Bitten, and Scratched. And so I was following them as they learned the principles and then as they applied them on actual animals, hyena, baboons, water buffaloes, you name it. They had everything. And it just really started to dawn on me that what they learned were these fundamental principles, behavioral principles, that they were applying to all species. So why wouldn't it work on the Homo sapiens, and specifically American husband, mine at home? So, I just...
this guy has to, live.
How great is it that we attacked this cunt?
Absolutely.
The American husband, as I like to call them.
With her stupid big fucking teeth and her dry lips. I can't say my S's properly.
She's got big gums and little teeth, Jim.
Yeah,
Poor
whatever she
guy
has.
has been emasculated. He's still got to hang out with his coworkers and his friends and
He
stuff.
gave that up. He doesn't give a shit.
I just started trying to unravel some of solve some of our behavior problems between me and my husband using the way the animal trainers would think.
Some of our behavior,
no,
not once is she gonna say, "Here's my fucking problem." Shut the fuck up.
Is there? Should we continue? There's one more clip.
Lion sack a cunt.
Should we continue or what?
Sure.
Give me one example.
Well, the prime example, the really prime example, the really sort of aha moment is that when animal trainers work with an animal and the animal does something they don't like, they will ignore it. Because the idea is that any attention can fuel that behavior you don't like. So they even have a term for it.
Jesus. We were all about bad behavior. You bitch.
Yeah. And that would work if it wasn't just all about instincts. You can't go when you're dealing with humans. You just can't think 100% instinctive. It has to be the person has to be involved.
We're reasonable, reasoning beings.
Even the great dog whisperer. What's his name? What's that guy's name?
Oh, that's right. You like that show.
Oh, he's the great dog whisperer. He goes, you study the species, then you study the dog, and then you study the animal itself. It's still some principles to it. She has no principles.
No.
She's like watching somebody train dogs and then just added the techniques to human beings. And then she's lying about how this shit doesn't, she's not trying to run the relationship. She's a fucking asshole. I'm not even mad at her personally. All women are fucking that. They're assholes. They're all trying to do that. Sneaky bitches. It's just stop.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Cesar Millan, by the way.
Cesar Millan. And guys who, this guy that called in, she rewards me with it. That's what women, we have boiled ourselves down to just twat awards. Fuck out of here. Thank you for letting me stick my dick in there. Thanks. My fucking sex drive is disappearing by the hour. Bitch needs to control me with something else. It ain't her pussy no more, I tell you that much.
So, they even have a term for it. They call it the least reinforcing scenario, because marine mammal trainers like to have names for everything.
Chapter 8 of your book, the least reinforcing scenario.
Yeah.
On a fire dryer.
Now it's Norm Macdonald.
So my husband loses things all the time, primarily his keys.
Unfortunately,
and his
not
wallet,
you.
Hopefully the brake cables to your fucking car. Fucking emasculated hole. Fucking plow into an embankment.
Loses things all the time. His penis and testicles.
Yeah.
It was in your purse, you fucking overbearing
Yeah, he left them
twat.
at the altar. When I went off to fucking animal camp and had my asshole licked by a fucking chihuahua for 6 weeks.
Let's see how she handles the losing of the key scenario with her husband. Ugh. She's a treat.
Yeah. So my husband loses things all the time, primarily his keys and his wallet. And when he does this, it would really, frustrate him, and there would be a lot of stomping around and heavy sighing and all that. And I had always tried to help, and if I didn't help, I would, offer suggestions of how this wouldn't happen in the future. But what the point was, I was always engaged.
You would rag him about it.
Yeah, exactly.
She would be like, well, if you kept him here, you wouldn't lose him. It's like, I would offer helpful hint. That's not a fucking helpful hint. Do you remember where you last had him?
Yeah, we want to be talked down to like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. That's it. Thanks for fucking pointing that out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you put a clip on it, or maybe if you left him in one spot all the time.
Yeah,
but what the point was, I was always engaging. So this least reinforcing scenario, which I heard about at...
Holy shit, now I get an instant feedback that came in about an hour and a half ago. It's Carol Miller to the person I was asking. Holy shit. The interviewer sounds like Rich Voss. She sounds a lot like Carol Miller.
A little like Carol.
Because someone out of nowhere is like, who is that DJ that you guys worked with at NEW? I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? But it just finally hit me. Sorry.
Does sound like her.
The point was, I was always engaging. So this least reinforcing scenario, which I heard about at SeaWorld, made me think, like, why not
that's where she should live.
one of those and not respond. And that's what I did the next time my husband was huffing and puffing over keys. And it's not that he didn't huff and puff, but it, like, ended so quickly.
Were you trying to get him to not lose his keys in his wallet, or to not be so upset about it?
To not be so upset about it. That's the trick. I mean, that's the point of it. Is that that's what I had picked. I mean, the man still loses his keys.
And who is this fucking cocksucker who gives a shit?
As a badger will always dig, my husband will forever lose his wallet. I mean, it's almost like instinctive behavior.
How about you put a basket in your cunt and let him throw his stuff in there when he comes home? Rotten twat.
Like, my anger is never, like, based on my girl's participation. Like, I'm sitting there like women, here's the thing, women are goofy. They can't just sit there and let you be. If they're into you, they love emotion like it's crack. So if it's some around, they want a part of it. So if you're sitting there like, motherfucker, where's my keys? This idiotic bitch, there's no way she cannot join in.
Right.
She can't not join in. And even if he's looking for it, if this asshole is looking for her to join in, that's not even what men do. If I'm banging around looking for my keys, it's because, fuck, I need to get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to drive. It's not like, sweetie, this is a participation. You should be angry for shit. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm having trouble coping.
Half the time she's like, can I help you lose your keys? Can I help you find them? Do you know where they at, bitch? Like,
exactly.
Get out of here. That's ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Do you know or not? That's all I need from you right now.
Ridiculous, man.
Right.
This is just ridiculous. Women are always trying to find it because they don't have any fucking skills or charm. They just don't. They fucking don't.
And good news, Patrice is writing a book on relationships.
Yeah.
Finally.
Good. Yeah.
It's going to be an amazing read. I'm
always
telling
trying
you
to
right
figure
now.
out some shit.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Why don't they figure out how to get dick?
All right.
And they don't have to know. They don't.
No.
They get dick because they have a vagina. That's why they have no skills or charm. Here's my vagina, and some asshole's going, and when I come home and I smell good, I get some. When I get shit. You know how much I love jerking off? Like, I jerk off like it's pussy. Like my girl thinks I'm cheating on her because I'm like, I don't, but it's just. It's
easier.
It just, like, stop. Pussy's not that's when you're 20. Pussy's like a magical thing that you need to get, like this car.
Magical.
Like, you turn
It's
40
and logical at the same time. You are
40 years old, you're like...
You'd rather just jerk off to crazy images on the internet instead of getting the real thing.
You just go, I love you, sweetie, but you realize my love is just... That's why I don't want to fuck you as much, because I love you.
You need the lust.
If I was just...
You're looking for the lust.
Yeah, if you was an object...
Yeah.
If he was just something I could just stick a hole. If he was a hole, it'd be different. But I love you. I don't want to treat you like a dirty, rotten hole no more. This bitch.
I got the title of your book.
Oh.
Mars and Venus Revisited.
Fucking shit. Damien from Akron writes, Patrice better title it Fighting for Dick Space.
Fighting for Dick Space.
Well, the listeners are...
Danny just starts cracking up.
Sorry, I was in the middle of reading my response that I got, again, from Amy Sutherland, a new response. In the middle of that, I got forwarded an email from Coke Logic. Actually, it's from Amy Sutherland forwards me a Coke Logic email that reads, and I quote, "It was hilarious, you gummy bitch." Wait, there's more. Bwahaha, ha 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 ha.
And she forwarded that to you?
Yeah.
She's rewarding bad behavior, this dummy.
Do you want me to...
Remember, tell her, ignore bad behavior. Remember, read your own book.
If you want to me to read this to you, the new response. Because if you recall, back at CBS, I had emailed her saying to call the hotline and we'll apologize, blah, blah. She says, if someone wants to apologize to me, they can call me. Now I see why you didn't mention the name of the show, but if you had, and I had agreed to do it, at least I would have been prepared, and we maybe could have had some fun. I'm not above debating my book or cracking jokes about it, but I need more work. I need more to work with than someone repeating themselves over and over that men are the rulers of the world, and then when that doesn't work, calling me a skank.
Well, why don't you tell her we're willing to, give this another shot? Let's give it another shot.
I will pen another response.
How about we help Danny with the response?
How about?
What do you want to start with? Dear bitch.
How about you call, because this is a different number, right?
Yeah.
She probably doesn't know where CBS NXM, does she?
Probably.
Tell her it's a different show.
Yes,
if you get that
it's a different number and everything.
The
Just
Greg and
have her
Tony
call a
show.
different hotline.
If you get
Tell
this
it's the
done,
Greg
I will
and
bow to you.
Greg and Tony show, XM Satellite Radio. They heard the problems you had this morning on O&A and really would like you to come on and see if you could swing that.
Well, the Greg and Tony angle won't work, 'cause I think that's how Travis had approached it on the phone with her, like as who was calling.
Oh, Jimmy and Patrice, whatever.
Yeah, Jimmy and Patrice. Doesn't matter.
Wait,
Just to get her on the phone.
Call the show Jimmy and the Black
Well,
Man.
she did say that if you guys want, she says that if you guys want to apologize, we can call her.
Let's call
It says they can call me, so why don't we just call her?
Let's call her. All right, let's call her. Yeah, we're trying to get Amy back on the phone. Is it not happening?
Yeah, well,
oh, didn't you get more emails from Amy, the author?
I certainly did.
Yeah.
The update is that she won't come on the air because she doesn't trust us.
Okay.
Meanwhile, she's the one that said we should call her, but she won't come on the air.
Okay.
However, she is forwarding me many of the pests' emails that have made it her way.
Are they all sorry about what happened today?
Yeah,
Sort
I'm sure.
of, yeah. We all heard Coke Logic's email. Here's one that was forwarded from
Amy to you.
From Amy to me. This is from a guy named William. He says, loved your time on Opie and Anthony show today. Keep up the good work, old silly putty gums. Here's one from Thomas. This one's pretty straightforward. Oh God, please do something with your gums and teeth.
What assholes?
By the way, before he continues, let's acknowledge that we went after the soft target, not Randy.
Well, Randy would write a book about being how to fucking train people. He just does it with his fists.
I just want to acknowledge.
Yeah,
yes,
Randy wrote a book called "I'll Beat Up Everybody I See" by Randy Couture. You gotta fuck with him, but he's
Oh, really? Really? We gotta fuck with him?
Well, tickle him like he's
I have no problem admitting we go after soft targets on this show.
Please read another one, Danny.
Sure.
I will acknowledge that.
Here's one that was sent to her with the subject of boycott CBS Radio, boycott Opie and Anthony. The problem, however, is that it was sent from Poop Face. The body of the email reads, these two have been doing awful things for years, but after this morning, enough is enough. We have to take a stand and let their employees at CBS Radio know that we will not tolerate those two idiots anymore. They were fired for a blah, blah, blah stunt involving sex in a church. I, for one, refuse to sit back and let these buffoons make fun of grandmotherly cunts such as yourself. Only with your help can we get rid of O&A and the faggot forever. Here's another one.
The grandmother.
Just idiots.
Please read another one.
All right.
Well, I have one more left, so you want me to save it?
No, read it.
Oh, I love these.
Okay. This last one
Well, disrespectful.
it's probably my favorite one too. It's from Bertino, and it reads, "Dear sloth from the Goonies' mouth." Opie and Anthony would like to continue the interview, so please call back.
But she might be kind of funny since she's forwarded them to. Like, why is she forwarding them to? She might be
How
laughing.
abusive the fans are.
I think she's doing it because I think she's really bothered.
Yeah.
And that's why she's doing it. She's not heeding her own advice and saying just to ignore bad behavior.
She's going against her own book.
I think she's
encouraging bad behavior.
Yeah,
She's just letting you know what meanness has been introduced to her life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she's ever experienced this brand of humor.
They're all talking about her gums.
That one made me laugh so hard. It sucks because I'm getting them on my BlackBerry, and so I'm just hysterically laughing while other things are going on in studio.
That's so terrible, man. This poor woman has no ammunition for that.
Exactly. Don't write a fucking book on how to train men, silly.
Really?
We'll just make fun of your gums.
Can you imagine how easy just to dismiss this bitch is like, I I wrote a book to help women. And shut up, old buttergum.
And she just fucking lost
just
it.
Gone. That's it. Just
I can't train this one.
So any motherfucking guy that let this fucking bitch train him they're just useless.
Yeah.
They stupid. they bazooka Joe gums.
They got one physical flaw, and it's like fucking Siegfried and Roy with that big tiger.
But no one's ever had the audacity to just go, look at your dumb chiclet teeth. That brought her back to when she was in the 3rd grade.
Exactly. No training.
Boys laughing
and her thin hair, and they just pointing and go, shut up, bitch.
Shut up. Dopey guys fucking with her.
Shut the fuck up.
Let's do it. Line of the day.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day. I would like it to be a partnership with my girlfriend because she was always a good dresser. She'd have sweaters and little red shirts and just massive gums and little teeny teeth. Ah! What's the matter?
I just saw a picture of Amy.
Oh. Oh, that's so uncomfortable.
I'm kidding. Ew.
That's a good way to end that. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.